This is All India Radio. You will now hear comments from the press. Most of the dailies today raised the topic of Citizenship Amendment Act (NRC) and NPR issues and their effect on in today's editorial. The Statesman in its editorial title, Putrid Convocation, writes about the Jadavpur University convocation. The paper writes the renewed controversy begs the question whether it was really necessary to treat Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar so shabbily on what was intrinsically an academic occasion. There was no call for the students to raucously raise slogans against the NRC/CA controversy to bar the Chancellor from entering the campus, to say the least. This chimed oddly with the spirit of the convocation. The paper says the Vice-Chancellor, the Executive Council, the Court, and also, of course, the students owe an answer. The Times of India, in its editorial titled NPR's Turn, says, amid unending turmoil over the Citizenship Amendment Act and National Register of Citizens, Centre has sanctioned funds for the National Population Register exercise with the explicit promise that it is not linked to the divisive NRC. Rhetoric on NRC has been dialed down, but the relief has proved short-lived, with NPR sparking fresh worries. The Asian Age, in its editorial Platitudes and Post-Truth, PM Governance Mantra, says 48 hours ago Mr. Modi had declared that a National Register for Citizens NRC was not in the pipeline. 24 hours later, his cabinet okayed the formation of an NPR, clearing the decks for such a denouement. Disguised as guidance, Mr. Modi's supercilious speech on Good Governance Day is really a warning to dissenters. You are with us or against us. There is no middle way. The Pioneer, in its editorial titled Row Over NPR, writes, the government may want us to believe that the compilation of the National Population Register (NPR) of citizens is just another statistical census drive, but the fears it has generated are real, simply because the anxiety is fueled by the identity politics behind the Citizenship Amendment Act (CAA) and the National Register of Citizens (NRC) are still raw, but the new announcement is hardly a balm. The Hindustan Times, in its editorial titled An Incorrect Diagnosis, writes, the government's diagnosis of recent protests is clear. It believes that citizens rather than the state have the responsibility of what has happened. Interestingly, the non-violent protests seem to have made no impact on it. In its own reading, the fact that most protests in non-BJP ruled states have been peaceful only confirms that they are being fanned by its political opponents. The Indian Express, in its editorial Crossing a Line, has commented on Army Chief General Bipin Rawat's stand on ongoing students' protest against Citizenship Amendment Act. During a public function in the capital, the general overstepped an important line, criticizing the protests and his stern pronouncing of judgment as that is not leadership are conspicuously improper. The paper, in its another editorial under the heading Power and the Sena, wrote that the ascent to the office of the company of NCP and Congress seemed to be forcing the Shiv Sena to rethink some of its core ideals. The Economic Times, under the heading CDS should have unified command, comments that Chief of Defence Staff must have higher rank, but bureaucracy wins at the expense of war-fighting efficiency, as the decision had been taken to institute the Chief of Defence Staff CDS without operational command. The Asian Age, in its second editorial, Will IMF Call the Shots Again, writes the praise by IMF Chief Christine Lagarde of India's economy as bright spot on the cloudy global horizon 4 years ago was taken by the government as endorsement of its policies. But a couple of days back, the IMF made a prescriptive statement asking India to cut subsidies among other fiscal and monetary measures to escape from what is called a significant economic slowdown. The Pioneer, in its editorial, A Crashing Economy, also comments on the issue, saying 2019 will be remembered for a lot of things, but the state of the Indian economy should be front and center. Warning signs have been there for quite some time in the last few months of 2018. However, what nobody in government or Indian business was warned about was the complete and utter collapse in consumer and corporate confidence. And those were the comments from the press presented to you by the News Services Division of All India Radio.
This broadcast came to you from the Delhi station of All India Radio. The program summary for today evening, that is 27